Oh, you know what I just realized? I have not been recording for the last half hour.
Oh.
That's pretty smart of me.
People missed out on Hellbrand.
Yeah. Oh.
Well, you have to make your own little part for telling what's going on.
Yeah. I'll quickly summarize and say that we opened the vault by speaking, as you can see here in the chat. We figured out that the maker was Sant'Angelo, the founder St. Macarius, the teacher Aramathra, and the first one was Sukandra, the Phoenix. Speaking those names in the correct order, opened the vault and we found a pile of like Asmodean cult paraphernalia in here, like robes and censers and symbols and stuff. We also found like a pile of forbidden books, mostly religious texts, like have been taken in as evidence, most of this. The really interesting things in this vault was the blade here, called Hellbrand, which seems to be an intelligent artifact, or part of one. This is only the blade, it's missing the hilt and something else probably. And it's only a shadow of its like full power, but even so it's a +3 bastard sword. That has good outsider bane on it, and also gives the wielder the ability to wield it without having the feat, so it sort of helps along if the wielder seems to be like a true devotee of Asmodeus, which Marcus is. So Marcus is wielding Hellbrand right now. It also whispered to him to remake it. So we're gonna see to that at some point, I suppose. For now, it remains silent. We also found a mirror. Black mirror made of obsidian with some inscriptions alongside of it. Speaking of blood sacrifice, so that's something we're going to do once we get back. And we also found the chalice of the vampire prince Vestromo in here.
Chalice of Aurelius Vestromo.
The chalice of Aurelius Vestromo, indeed.
And I have composed a small song about the mirror. Mirror, mirror, framed in bone, who's the fairest Hell Knight to take the throne? It's me. The answer is Marcus.
It's what?
Oh, it's Himian.
How dare you?
So you were to leave the vault.
Yes.
Well, you can, because it's locked. Ha ha ha.
We will bring
we
bring the goblet, the sword, and the mirror with us, and the rest, like of the religious paraphernalia stuff, we pick up. That is what is valuable, I guess.
So
I should probably add the sword to my weapons.
Carrying the mirror.
Yeah.
Sure.
He's already carrying a casket.
I'm already carrying like 3 swords now.
No, we didn't carry the
casket.
casket.
Casket is like put.
And the casket's upstairs. So.
Ripped it out and put it like over here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shaking the contents nice and well.
Yeah.
So you leave out of the cathedral.
Yes.
Nothing at the moment seems to stop you. You do feel the sense that there are some of these martyr spirits probably in some of the rooms guarding their tombs. However, it seems that whatever is calling them to action is no longer there.
Awesome.
Good. They can rot for all I care.
I think they are.
Then I suggest we quickly make our way to Gaston Hall to talk to the good prince.
I don't think he's good, but okay.
Well, good in one sense, not in all senses.
I don't think he's good in anything.
Well,
We'll see if he's good on his word.
I doubt it.
Oh, he better be.
You can copy your tokens.
Copied.
You can even go to Gaston Hall if you want.
Oh goodness.
He's all
let's
bark
go.
and no
I
bite.
can force you here.
Let's go to
Okay,
Gaston
there we go.
Hall.
Come
To Castle Hall we go.
Should appear in the church.
Follow the yellow brick road.
how accurately did you get us inside the church?
Church? What?
Well,
Oh,
it's not
into
church, but
the mansion.
Teleport into a random church in Castle Hall.
Like,
Alright, it's a
pop up in the
graveyard,
Grand
it goes
Cathedral of
next to
Mithra, the fire undying, like, hello?
So guys,
There's not. This is a monastery for a noble family.
when
Noble
I'm
families.
when
There
I'm
might
fighting
be
good
a- once
outsiders,
have been like a chapel, but it's no longer there.
it becomes real good.
So,
Plus
like,
5
against
and extra
good
36.
wow, plus
Are you
5 against Aramathra,
show?
then,
You can
basically.
probably enchant it with your weapon boon as well.
Oh,
Does a +5 ignore most types of damage?
yeah, yes, it
Oh,
does.
if it's flat plus
Pretty much
5,
all.
yes.
Yeah.
Flat
Well,
plus 5
it
goes.
would be-
Which,
it
I mean,
counts as
if
that.
I'm smiting, I will
Yeah,
anyway.
so in that case,
Yeah.
it will negate everything up to adamantine.
I believe Bane is +2 for a certain type. So
Yeah, and then I can do Unholy, which is +2, and then I can slap another +1 on there.
Though for your knowledge, Jake, by the way, when it's actually doing...
Bane, that's a
but-
+6 unholy weapon.
Just so you know, when it's smiting outsiders, it automatically ignores alignment DR. Because
That's
at that point, its enchantment bonus would be too high.
that's like
The count.
a
I think it's
plus.
for the 2d6 extra, but
Basically, when you're attacking a good outsider, but due to the increase in your heart bonus, you ignore every kind of damage reduction other than all and epic.
But basically
And
wielding.
if I'm smiting, I ignore those too. Well, I don't think Epic.
Yes, epic. You can ignore using all smite.
Oh, really? I would
Yeah.
think that that's like a special thing.
No,
it's-
unless
King
your
Smite
smite
says it ignores all damage reduction.
Yeah, I know, but I didn't know if there was
Mythic,
like a
I
thing in
think,
Epic
has to
that
be.
said, "Oh, okay,
Gu-
yeah, that would."
Guys,
Only Mythic can be Mythic.
can we keep going?
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
waiting for
we
people
have
to pay
six side
their, waiting for people to
episodes.
paste their tokens in Garsenhall.
Yeah, we're
I
waiting for
wasn't
you to
forced
paste the
to guess
tokens.
at all.
You
So-
don't have to be. You should.
Of course.
Oh, I thought he said he was going to force us.
Also,
I
+6
thought I was
weapon.
waiting for the
That's like
map.
that's
to,
like
you know,
the-
you show the vampire's den.
that's like reality groaning when he swings that
Go
weapon.
here and run for the city,
No.
carrying these
Screaming.
openly
Run?
evil effects, unprotected.
Throwing
Looking like-
fireballs everywhere.
No. I assume that you take your time and actually,
I don't look like a drow.
right?
I look like my normal adventure gears. I'm not going to activate the disguise because that breaks things.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I'll
I assume though you go here with the disguise.
Yeah.
well, this guy's here.
You Marcus is like a normal.
Thoroughly foolish.
Where did you take us?
The chalice,
the moon.
no, in our
the
bag
moon.
of holding,
Teleport.
so it can't
Oh.
peek out.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, none of you can breathe. You die.
I don't know where I am. There I am.
You get into the crypt and see that it is currently empty.
Awesome.
Vestromo. However, after a little while, some mist coming up through tiny holes in the floor manifests itself as Prince Disguise Vestromo.
Sakura smiles. Well,
Marcus, this is your cue.
He smiles sort of courteously when he looks upon you and says, "Why, my champions have returned. Do you not bring my spawn with you? Or would you ask me another favor?"
Sakura waves a hand magnanimously. Say,
What happened to his paw?
your spawn is currently drinking the blood
What are you doing,
of the
Mark?
innocents
I
of the
think
veil.
they either some. I think some of them were destroyed. Some of them were just some of them are just like fled into the forest and stuff. We haven't gathered them though.
Didn't they
Well,
just
hanging
leave?
out before is waiting for you guys too.
They're in the forest. We haven't told them
So
to come back.
why is Marcus in the back? Oh, okay.
That you've done what's needed to do.
Hello.
Uh,
Oh, okay. So
He walks closer casual.
Sakura smiles and says, "Your spawn is currently drinking the blood of the innocents of the veil." He smiles.
Tell them once you encounter them that playtime is over. I require them back soon. My mansion is getting a little dusty.
Sakura like chuckles and says, "Of course, I do trust that your meal was satisfactory."
He smiles and says, "Oh yes, very much so. I'm still impressed that you managed to do so much. She was delightful.
Sakura
I
smiles.
feel young again."
I am glad to hear you say so, my prince.
Power sparkling in his eyes.
Then,
Sometimes pain can be sweet.
oh, is it ever? Zacharias then does a fantastically elaborate, bow towards him, and then, towards Marcus, and say, "Then let us lighten your night further, Prince Vestromo, because we bring more gifts."
Eyes
Marcus
so
will
sparkle as he looks.
Marcus will step forward and draw forth from his bag and lift kind of as elegantly as a essentially 2-ton smoking hulk of metal can do, the chalice of his house, and present it for him.
This
Saying
guy sort
we
of
have-
gasps
have-
slightly
yeah.
upon seeing it. Hungry in his eyes as he looks upon it.
we have retrieved this from the deepest vault of the church, the cathedral.
He reaches out for it.
It is yours. And Marcus will give it to him.
He grasps it with his hands and runs his fingers over it, across it. Is this... I do not believe this. You have brought me... It is the real thing.
Of course, the Whispering Lords deliver on their promises, Prince Vestromo.
The Whispering Lords always keep their debts.
Looks upon you and says, this will bring new life to my family. With this, our influence shall stretch far. My lords, you have won a powerful ally. And I feel that I have too. This land has far too long told children's stories of my presence. That shall end soon.
Soon they shall be telling terror stories among all the men and women.
Zachariah smiles. We have broken the back of the veil. Prince Vestromo, now we just stand on the precipice to cut off its head once and for all. He motions towards Marcus. Then I am pleased to understand that our bargain stands.
Looks to Marcus and says, come here.
Okay.
Thornblade, I believe.
Yes. Previously White Lake, but I abandoned that name when I fell from grace.
So this will not be the first time you change your name, then?
It will not.
Do you truly wish to be adopted, then, into the family? Vestromo has existed for centuries. We came here with the first people of Talengard, and we have thrived here for long. You will be part of a legacy that will span millennia. His eyes still sort of sparkle. I hope you know what an honor this is.
I do. And it is my hope as well to bring the family name further into glory.
You are a magnificent specimen. Clearly a powerful ally. Yes, I believe it would do good to have you in our family. Then I can swear hereby that once you are ready, come to me, and I shall induct you into the family tradition, and look upon you, give you your final death.
Marcus will bow deeply and say, "It will be my pleasure. And yours too, I hope." And
yes,
step back.
I hope so. Looks to all of you. It will take some time. The flesh of the powerful does not easily relinquish life, especially not in this form. You. It'll take time to manifest as well. However, I have no doubt that given the centuries of life you will enjoy, a few months will be very little. Once you feel comfortable that you can survive without your companion for a month, perhaps, bring him here and we shall do what must be done. Smiles looking at Marcus. And then your name shall be Vestromo. He looks to all of you and says, you are friends of the family, and you can be considered such. Should you need information or my aid, know that I would be sympathetic to your needs.
Zacharias nods and says, "We are pleased to have the great Vestromo family on our sides. The Whispering Lords are growing in power, our own organizations working tirelessly to cement our power base. I see a great future between our two forces, my prince."
We at the moment rule the underground of Gastenhall. All organizations of crime know that we are the top. With this, the elders can awake, and soon we will have power much greater than any that could before be imagined. smiles. Soon.
The Whispering Lords are pleased to bring such power to your family, Prince. And we will be pleased to have your family as an ally in the future. We have also great plans for Talingard.
I would hope and think so, my lords. We are then truly equals. As he looks around, I'm anxious to begin my work. There's much to be done. So, I hope you would not find it uncourteous of me to leave you here.
Of course not, my lord. One must see to his own house. Zacharias looks around, and we shall also be off. The final battle is at hand. We will once and for all break the veil.
Do, if you will, send back my spawn, those of them who survived anyway. I do care for my family, even if they are the less fortunate members of it.
Of course, Prince Vestromo. I shall see to it.
Nods and looks to Marcus. And you, son, you can come and be inducted whenever time permits. The life of mortals, I know, can be hectic.
I imagine that Marcus grumbles something and nods here.
Probably.
This guy does a deep bow as he then again turns into mist and disappears through the tiny holes in the floor. Bringing the chalice with him.
Nobility.
Cash looks where he disappeared. Just
Actually, before
She-
before he goes, Zacharias wants to say something to him quickly.
Sure. He's going to leave. What does Zacharias say?
Yeah, Zacharias picks up like one of the small trinkets or something they picked from the vault. You know, like an Asmodean symbol or something. And he places it on the ground or on a table or something nearby and says, "This symbol is rather special, and I have memorized some of it. If you would like my prince to somehow contact us, or we need to contact you, this is a thing I could scry through. Keep it in a room that you are," he sort of shrugs, "do not care that I see, and it is a way of communication."
Not my spawn shall take care of it. I myself has access to similar things. In time, however, my son will be quite enough information, I think.
I am sure. Zacharias leaves the trinket anyway.
Sure. He doesn't take it immediately, but
No, that's
you'd
fine.
think that at some point someone would claim it.
It's a way of communication.
maybe one day he'll get it.
He seems to have other things in mind at the moment.
I'm back.
He's gonna have a party.
Giddy with excitement for the possible future.
Yeah, he's gonna wake his elders. Oh, that's gonna be fun. So you were saying, Cash?
Cash will look where he disappeared and look a little disgusted and look confused. I don't understand the choosing of being undead. I understand that everyone wants to be eternal, but saying goodbye to the flesh and to your body is something I cannot understand. My body is a temple and I worship it. Someone got an SMS.
Apparently. Karen shrugs. I'm sure being undead has its advantages too, but I agree, yeah.
She looks at her group and says, if there was one thing I would want if I were a vampire, it was to find out what you guys taste like. And then she smiles.
You know, I've wondered that too.
Well, I believe it's possible, Kyron, that one day Telemundus might find out.
Oh, I wouldn't be so sure of that. I'm still in control, and he and I both know that you know, attacking you might have unforeseen consequences that I'm not too happy to take.
It would be very unfortunate for everyone.
It would, but unfortunately, things sometimes change, and
Zacharias looks around. We have intruded on the good prince's hospitality long enough, I think. We should return.
now, time for dinner. I'm sure the man has a servant or two we can borrow.
Kesh looks at Zacharias and really stare him down. I don't know what you're planning, but I don't like it.
Zacharias, shows his most innocent look to Cash. Well, Cash, I have no idea what you're talking about. And he sort of sweeps out.
Make a bluff check.
Yeah, make a bluff check.
Anyway, time to leave.
When you
Good.
walk away,
So, what do you do?
she
then?
just says in a low voice, "There's no innocence left in you, Zacharias."
He did admit they banned it years ago.
That is indeed the truth. I think we will return to the to Sanctum and rest up and prepare for the final battle.
The final battle.
Oh, very honorable. So,
Very honorable.
so for the final battle, if I understand this correctly, we are to tip the casket into the fire, thereby dispelling it and opening the way to the Flame Undying, and Aramethra guarding it. The Flame Undying supplies him with power, and we need to attack him and draw it out somehow to weaken it. And once it is weakened, we will douse over it on holy water.
Of which everyone is going to get a vial of.
Alright, that's good.
So everyone can go ahead and try doing it.
That's good.
There you
Give
go.
one to Chloe as well.
Yeah, Chloe can have one.
she'll
Jake,
Hmm?
Jake, you could get one of those sheaths that make your weapon keen.
Right.
Oh yeah,
But
but
it's a standard action.
Cheaper in the long
But that's
run.
3 times a day as a standard action.
Yeah.
Right.
The standard action is what helps.
But getting Hellbrand Keen, I mean it's a relic. We can't reforge it or anything. So that would be a pretty good investment for that, I think, actually. I mean, a Keen Hellbrand seems just freaking brutal.
Can't we just melt it down and make a new one?
Since the whole church couldn't destroy it, I don't think we really can do that.
They just didn't do it right.
We could break down Midnight and then kind of merge it, right?
I don't
Like you
think
can
that's
do with
a
other
good
magic
idea.
items.
Well, it's
I-
a first level spell. Fuse weapons. Get the abilities of both.
I don't think it's a good idea, but do whatever you want.
I don't think that's a good idea either.
let us rest up right now. We have things to do. But yes, I think Chloe actually being the one carrying the unholy water is a great idea. Fly in there, Chloe can, and drop it in.
Actually, we'll get her a little backpack. She
Then you get a
and-
backpack. Just when it's time, she can be sitting on, of course, Cash's backpack or my back, someone's backpack, and then the moment it's time to drop it in, she can just fly 90 feet and drop it.
Sure.
Dropping items a free action anyway, so 180 feet you can move.
Hang on, Manikai, can you go back to the Gassenhall map and drag the token that's in Vestromo,
sure
the
can.
Vestromo thing? Because that's where Hellbrand is.
Where do you want it?
It just
Bail of
replace my current guy, yeah, in the
Or
veil.
delete the one you have.
Yep, just once.
Jake, were you there when Cash talked about how she felt about being undead?
Yeah. Marcus probably would have been like, but the chance at eternal life and increased power. I mean, your body's still cool.
Literally.
Your body is dead.
Yeah. But I'm not.
She will ask Marcus if he wants to have a one night in her chamber with a few people.
Sort of a last goodbye to the
I don't have
flesh.
time.
Well, your loss. She looks to Raju and Trick.
Okay. Yeah, you probably need to remove disease on Cash later on.
She
I have
can't
to,
she can't get disease.
Oh, it's true.
Oh, the boons!
It's time to sleep with everything.
She
She
can't
does
get
own a
disease.
brothel.
Oh, that's true.
I mean, it's pretty good. She can't get disease. She can't get poisoned.
A brothel that suddenly might not have to pay security money anymore.
Yeah,
Oh, I have to talk to him about that.
he probably knows, right?
Probably, yeah.
But yeah, Marcus
But-
probably would have said yes, but he has to make pious noises at Hellbrand, so.
I might add that I did have a talk with Raiju, and he said that it's pretty normal. That's how his species breed. That is turning to something else. Breed with whatever he's turned into, and then the female is gonna have a baby of his kind.
Is Cash getting a baby?
No.
Mother Cash?
Mother Cash?
Like Mother Teresa, but evil.
Oh, it's great.
Cash
And
looks
brown.
like
So Mother Teresa, then you're saying? Ho ho!
Cash looks like Rise really a baby in this.
In this?
Do you know of any good schools in this country?
Actually, I do. I lecture at one of them.
Dad,
No, I think
you can go to the academy.
Zacharias has.
I don't want to read. I want to play football. You will go to the academy.
No, son of mine will play sports.
Exactly.
God. Well,
You will get an owl
Half
and you will
is-
do spells and shit, and you're going to
Harry,
tease about
made
this.
that for nothing.
In the
Halfus
mean,
can teach
Okay.
the baby.
I'll write.
I
I'll
mean,
write.
if,
He would be a great
Wizard?
caretaker, right?
Yeah, sure.
let me tell you some of the things
And
I
of
don't-
course, Halfus
I
is your babysitter when you go on dates and stuff.
I think though that Cash wouldn't want to carry the baby in her womb. I think she would probably invent a fake.
Yeah,
a
like a
test tube.
tank
Yeah.
in a
You
room.
can go on her back. Like, I mean,
Oh, it's great.
Oh God, I can.
Now I
imagine, like,
want. Now I
Okay,
want like
but-
chemical test vat baby from Cass. That's gonna be great.
Imagine modifying
would
the golden-
Raiju want any claim on whatever is gonna come out?
Raiju doesn't take. Actually, you're due to pay his 500 gold this month. I think.
Oh, certainly.
But besides that, if he were to carry his baby, would he want it? Anything to do
Raiju,
with it?
he's a Gregorius. He doesn't give a damn.
Okay, cool.
He's not very responsible as such. He does his job and his free time. He just has fun.
Oh,
Okay, cool.
so you know, Zacharias will call in Raiju
Sure.
to the meeting
Let's
room or something.
make a baby part of all of us and
Not what Zacharias is here.
Youth.
let's fuse a baby.
Restrain the specimen.
How much? How much is Ryder's paying
I
normally?
need to cut off a foot from each of you.
It will hurt. Oh yes.
Not the heart.
I think she can just take some skin cells from all of you.
Ooh.
But
She
this
could
is much
probably
more
grow something
screamy.
out of it.
Raiju enters, of course.
Zacharias,
He's
you know,
happy enough. Enjoying the time in the Vale.
yeah, I trust
He went
you
to
are.
party with bugbears forever.
I trust you're enjoying yourself, Raiju.
Yes, very much.
We should pay him in copper. Yes. Here goes a chest of copper pieces from the
We don't have enough
vault.
copper pieces for it.
No, that'd be cruel.
We don't have enough copper pieces. We can pay him in silver though. We
Oh,
don't have
that's
silver.
okay. Zacharias will then say, it has occurred to us then that it is time for your payment. Good work on the wall. We are pleased to see that nothing escaped.
You know, yes, it was a good little bit of sport. Lucky I was there.
Indeed, indeed. Zacharias will, use Mage Hand to sort of float a small chest with the 500 gold in it towards Raiju.
He'll reach out a hand, not grab for it, of course, just reach it out.
Yeah, Zacharias will set it in his hand. As per our contract, Raiju, we are pleased with your service and look forward to your continued services.
No, as you will, my lords.
Zacharias smiles and then says, then if you'll excuse me, I have some preparations to do. An angel to kill.
Not business as usual, then. Anything you need, I will be by the great fire.
Sounds excellent.
He then walks, even though he can't fly, he likes to walk.
He's not as haughty as Isabel.
Out there's like the bugbears have built like a huge bonfire where they're gradually burning the town,
Oh, sure.
sort of piece by piece as
Do
they're
we-
burning up. Like,
Do we have any
roofs and such are gone.
Sounds cozy.
do we have any living citizens left?
Very few.
Uh,
Can we
bring
get-
It's been butchered for
bring
quick
one
meats.
to us.
Do we have one?
Sure, you can have one. Or the sort of beaten woman.
Oh, it's Rebecca.
No,
Oh.
completely smacked. Basically just doing what she's told to not get bitten and ripped apart.
All right.
She can do a better
People
job
won't
there.
state this out of meaning.
Then in
Like-
the basement of the manor, we will
She's going to be
carry
restrained.
down the mirror, and Zagreus will ask Asurius to put a warding circle around it if he can.
Well, I can ward it against any good creatures. Quite
Good joke.
1 second. Yeah, actually, here you go.
Doesn't look beaten at all.
I mean, I think I put 2 wardings, so I can put a good
I don't
one
have
there for
being
you.
a woman.
Yep.
Sorry.
Put down
Oh,
that for me.
I'll put a